Greetings and welcome to Elect Connect, a candidate forum brought to you by the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. I'm Mary Morgan, the Chamber's Director of Advocacy and Public Policy. We'll be talking with Valeri Haughton, a Democrat running for Monroe County Circuit Court Division II seat. First, I'd like to thank our Elect Connect sponsors. Without their support, our work would not be possible. Those sponsors are Comcast Business, Bunger and Robertson, the City of Bloomington, German American Bank, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. And now I would like to welcome our candidate, Valeri Haughton. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd like to start out by just having you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for re-election this year.
Okay, and I think I need to clarify something which is just confusing to everybody in the world, which is that even though I'm Court 2 and Division 2 in Monroe County, I'm actually running for seat 6. That's what's on the ballot. So I need to make sure that everybody understands that, because it's really confusing. It's an internal thing that has caused all sorts of questions throughout time.
Yes, so. Yes. I think we were looking at the what's listed on the Monroe County Circuit Court in terms of what division is. But that is something I appreciate you clarifying. Thank you.
Sure. And let me see a little bit about myself. This is going to be my 3rd term in office, and as people may or may not know, I'm lucky enough this time to be unopposed, so that's a wonderful thing. Doesn't mean that I'm not trying to campaign as much as I can in this virtual world, but that is what's going on. Let me see, I've been an attorney since 1992, technically 93, I guess. That's when I got sworn in. And I started law school when I was 40. It was a second career for me. I was a mental health counselor prior to that, so it was actually pretty good prep for being on the bench. I was a prosecutor for quite a while, about 15 years total, I think. And I also, immediately before I got elected to office in 2008, I was in the public defender's office here in Monroe County for 18 months. So I've actually experienced being an attorney for both sides of the criminal area. I'm presiding over a criminal court right now, but I did quite a lot of time doing family law and small claims before I took over as one of the criminal division judges. To kind of segue into why I'm running for re-election, I think the main thing is that I love my job, and I think that I like to think I'm doing a good job at it, and I enjoy people, and and it sounds a little strange to say, but I think that my being on the benches is good for defendants and victims and the public. I think I generally connect pretty well with people, and I like to listen to them, and I think I can be pretty fair. So that's a big part of why I'm running for re-election, quite honestly.
Oh, well, thank you. I learned a lot. We talked about, I hadn't actually met you in person, so I appreciate you sharing some of this information about yourself. One question that I would like to ask are to tell us a little bit about the values that you bring on the bench in your decision making.
Okay. We have, I suppose in Monroe County, as in any place else, there are a number of people who are socioeconomically disadvantaged and who don't understand their resources and don't understand some of the things that they're facing. And that's true whether it's civil or criminal, quite frankly. And as I said earlier, I have a strong sense of fairness and equality. And I have during the time before I became an attorney and before I remarried. I was married once a long time ago, and then was divorced for quite a while before I remarried. And during that time, I had 3 children, and was a single mom with an ex-husband who was not participatory. I'll say it that way. And I think that helps me in a couple of ways. I understand not having money. I understand needing food stamps. I understand people not really sometimes seeing or hearing you. I had the advantage, quite frankly, of having a degree and then, ultimately getting a graduate degree and then a professional degree, but which is an advantage a lot of people don't have. But I was a single mom and I was juggling things. And I do understand, I think, what people think of as, quote, the other side in terms of having some disadvantages. Also, being a woman of color, I think that brings another aspect to my understanding of people and problems that they have of being marginalized at times. And I'm acutely aware of that. I don't extend any special, anything, I don't think, to anyone. On the other hand, I'm aware of my own life experiences, and I think that's something that I bring that adds value to my being on the bench.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It's been great talking with you. As a reminder to our audience, we have been talking with Judge Valeri Haughton. She is a judge in the Monroe County Circuit Court running for re-election this year. One final shout out to our Elect Connect sponsors, Comcast Business, Bunger and Robertson, City of Bloomington, German American Bank, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. And guess you get bonus slides. One final reminder to please vote on November 3rd and take advantage of early voting if you can. If you need more information about the election and all the candidates that are representing parts of Monroe County, please go to the Monroe County Election Central website, which is monroecountyvoters.us, or the Chamber's own nonpartisan election resource page, chamberbloomington.org/2020-general-election. Thank you again for joining us.